Hi guys, for those of you that don't know me, I am Katie Mizuchi and I'm one of the coaches helping to run this group, and I'm going to be going over our first workout of the week. The workout of the week you can always find as the pinned post at the very top of the group newsfeed, so it'll always be pinned up there for that week that follows. You can earn extra points for doing the workout of the week, and really the purpose of it is just to provide, it can be either a supplement to workouts you're already doing, or it could be, say you're running short on time one day and you just need a quick 10 to 15 minute workout, then this will be a great way to get your heart pumping, and should definitely get you sweating. So we basically just are going to be going over in the workouts of the weeks. We'll do show you a couple of moves from some of the programs that we've personally done and that we've really enjoyed. And so, of course, if you have any questions about anything, you can let us know. And so for this week, I'm going to be showing moves from a program that my husband and I did back in the spring, and it's called 22-Minute Hardcore. And basically, it takes very basic moves that are used in military training, and that's the basis for the entire program. And the nice thing is that all of the workouts are 22 minutes. The core workouts are actually 10 minutes or so, but it involves cardio workouts and then resistance workouts. So you're getting that heart pumping, but you're also building your strength. And I will say that when I did this program, I sort of underestimated it going into the beginning. And when I did the pre-test, I could only do 2 chin-ups by myself, unassisted. And by the end of the program, 60 days later, I was able to do 8 chin-ups by myself. So that just goes to show that it was super effective, and it made me stronger. And I really enjoyed it because the workouts were only 22 minutes. So who doesn't like that? But anyhow, I'm going to be showing a few moves from that for you guys to try this week. And so for each of these moves, you're going to be doing them for 1 minute continuously, as many reps as you can, and then you'll move on to the next exercise. And then what we'll do is we'll have you try to repeat that entire set at least 3 times if you can. If you can only get through it once, that's fine. If you can get through it 3 times, 4 times, whatever you can do is awesome. Just do your best. But yeah, so that's what we'll do for this set. And before I get into the exercises, I'm not going to go through a full warm-up or cool down at the end, but I will just show a couple of things you can do if you're just jumping into this cold and haven't worked out yet. Obviously, dynamic stretching in the beginning is really good. So anything that you're moving and getting your body warmed up, so just jogging in place. You do some high knees or some butt kicks, okay, that kind of stuff to just get your blood flowing, start to loosen you up a little bit. If you take your arms and just do circle motions, we are going to use our arms a little bit in the burpees, and then another move we're going to do. So you can go forward, you can go backward. Okay, if you do want to do any static stretching, quad stretches, really good, because we're going to be doing some moves with squats and lunges. Okay, so obviously do it longer than I'm doing it right now, but and you can do your hamstrings. But do make sure you take a couple minutes to get warmed up, and then at the end to cool down. So, all right, first move. It's going to be pretty basic. It's kind of a different variation of a jumping jack. They call them T-jacks in this. And so all you're going to do is you're going to be jumping your legs in and out, and then your arms are just going to be going forward and then to the side. Okay, so you'll go forward and then out to the side. Okay, so as you're doing this, I'm squeezing my core in right now. Obviously you can't tell, but I'm engaging my entire core. I'm keeping my arms nice and straight. And then I am jumping those feet in and out. Okay, so those are T-jacks. If you need to modify them, then you can just take the jump out and just step side to side. Okay, so anybody that needs to modify, if your knees are in bad shape, and jumping isn't good for you, then you can modify that way. Okay, so T-jacks for 1 minute. Okay, the next move, I love this one. This one is called, if I remember correctly, it's been a little while since I did this particular workout, but we're gonna call it run, lunge, squat. So basically for this move, I love it because you are staying down the entire time, but you're not just doing a plain old squat. So what we'll do is we'll start in like a squat position. You want your legs to probably be a little bit further than shoulder width apart when you're doing this. I'll show it from the side also. When you're doing your squats, if you can see, make sure whenever you go into a squat position that your knees never come in front of your toes. Okay, that should never happen. And you always want to make sure you're pushing that butt back, and basically like you're sitting back into a seat is how I think of it. But anyhow, so you'll be in that squat position, and then what you're going to do is you're going to just step back into a lunge position. So I'll show it from the side. Okay, so like a 90-90. Okay, and then that arm is coming up. Okay, so let's show from the beginning again. So you're going to squat, lunge, back to squat, lunge, back to squat. Okay, so your arms are kind of doing like a running motion, but your legs are going from a lunge to a squat. So you do this as, you don't want to go super fast. You want to make sure you're holding that move just briefly, but this is a cardio move, so you want to get that heart pumping, and you're using your legs, of course, which are your biggest muscle group, so your heart should get pumping. But anyhow, yeah, that run, lunge, squat, this is a really good one. You're gonna feel it burning. So you'll do that for a minute. To modify that, don't go as far down. Okay, so maybe if you can only come down about this far in your squat, okay? And then if you can't maybe step, or like if you can't go quite as deep on your lunge, then that's fine too. You're still gonna feel it. Slowing it down would be another way that you could modify this. Okay? So just don't go quite as deep in the movements. If you need to modify, I'm already breathing heavy. Today was my rest day, so a little out of breath. Okay, so next move is burpees. Okay, so a lot of you probably know what a basic burpee is, but I'll break it down for people that maybe don't. I'm going to show it from the side so it's easier for you to see what's going on. So for a burpee, legs again a little bit further than shoulder width apart, okay? And then you'll be squatting down, and you put your arms, both of your hands on the ground, and then you jump back to a plank position, pretty much. Okay, so you don't want to be sagging. Ow, that hurt. You don't want to have your butt up in the air. You want to be nice and straight from your head all the way down to your heels. And then you jump back into the same position you started, and then just come back up. We're not going to do the jumping version, but feel free to throw in a jump in there if you want to. I'm just going to show it without. So a little quicker. Okay, so that would be the high option. Extra high option would be to throw in a jump if you want to. Lower option, take the jump out completely, the jumping back out. Okay, you're going to get rid of that. So you'll still come down like normally would, but you're going to step to the plank position, and then step up. So you're totally taking any jumping out of it, but you're still working those muscles, okay? And you're still gonna feel it. Okay, but that would be the low option that you can take for burpees if you need to. Okay, last one. This is a fun one. And I actually may turn the camera. So I want to make sure I have a little more space. Actually, maybe I'll go like that. Sorry. Give me a second. Okay. That might work a little better. Okay, so this last move, this one is really fun. I had never heard of this before until this program, but it's actually, in the beginning it seems kind of goofy, but it's a good move, and it's definitely gonna make everything burn by the end. But this one is called gorilla crawls. So, and it's called that because you kind of get down in a gorilla stance, I guess. And so for the gorilla crawls, what you're going to do, oops, my battery's low. Hold on, close that. Okay. All right, I guess I gotta speed it up here. Okay, so for the gorilla crawls, your legs are gonna be outside of like where your arms would be, and that your arms just be straight down. And what you're doing is you're basically gonna be moving your entire body like this. So you'll move your arms, and then your legs will follow and jump your body over. So you're going two moves in each direction. Okay, so you're trying to cover as much ground as you can. So the high option of this is to cover as much ground as you can as quickly as you can. Okay, to modify this, I would just you can maybe go like one leg at a time if you have to, okay? But go maybe more slowly, slow down a little bit if you need to modify. It's a little bit hard to modify this one. But yeah, I would say if you just go slower, don't cover as much distance, then that would be a good way to modify. And I'm struggling over here. Okay. So again, 1 minute each of each exercise. If you can only make it through one set, just do your best with it, but try to push for at least 3 sets. And modify as you need to. The rule of thumb with modifying is, obviously, if something's hurting, if it doesn't feel right, if you're starting to lose your form and getting sloppy, just go to the modified move. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. I'm really looking forward to the group, and let's get this all started on a great note, and looking forward to seeing everybody's posts. All right, guys, see you soon.